I can't say everybody ain't shit. That don't make sense.
Right.
But I'm saying the people I've seen, I will let you know if that show is worth going to. And I'm telling you, I'm just saying about the people from my generation. A lot of them hot garbage.
Yeah. Because I didn't heard people as a
Def Jam at one time was new. Where when they see you go up there and be like, so I told them, shit, if you ain't gonna do it, I'll go over there right now. That shit used to work at one time. Yeah. But how many years ago was Def Jam? 25, 30?
30.
You see what I'm saying? So now it's guys who do the same set from back in the Def Jam days.
Right.
They never evolved. I'm talking about my generation.
Yeah.
I ain't even talking about the younger generation, even though the younger generation hot garbage, because them motherfuckers got famous off the internet. And they ain't even got a show.
Corey be spitting sometimes. Like this is one of those times where I'm like, Corey is out here spitting, okay? I've been on the record giving some OGs a hard time. And I don't know why it happened. It wasn't like I was like, I'm going to give them a hard time and make it happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not how it worked. It just happened to unfold that way. And maybe it was reactionary because they meaning the OGs were so rough on up and coming comics. Like, in the urban circuit, it's like, how can we, like, you got some that are willing to help, right? You got some that are willing to put you under their wing and show you the ropes, because there's no manual for this, right? You are literally going out there grinding, open mic, from open mics to getting paid shows, from getting paid shows to getting booked at comedy clubs, from getting booked at comedy clubs to touring, from touring to, and so on and so forth. Like, there is no blueprint. That doesn't mean that you have to go in that order. It could happen any of many ways. But Def Jam was such a large phenomenon. And I think when you get older, and maybe it'll happen to me too, I'm not immune, right? But I think they forgot how being on Def Jam created opportunities that they were jumping the line. Not everybody, right? Because there was other comedians that had been grinding for years, but there's some that just started out and was able to have a longevity or a long career. And how quick do they forget that some of them weren't doing it that long? And I'm glad Corey said something, because yes, in that time, there was a lot of hot garbage. It was a whole lot of trash. And I've watched it. There's some amazing, but there's others where I'm like, yo, are you telling me that you went through Bob Sumner and got the opportunity? Like, what did he see that you weren't able to reciprocate? Nah, that's not the word. You know what I'm trying to say. You weren't able to do it again? I don't know. But yes, that era had a lot of mediocre comics. There were some great ones, right? We got some really big movie stars and big actresses and people that produce. Like, we got a lot of people out of that era. But how quick it is to forget that there was a bunch of in there. As there is a bunch of going on right now. It's equal. The only difference is I think that the fact that this generation has the opportunity to reach the fans individually, or able to create their own business and not have to use and go through the routes that, you know, were laid before you. But what I do believe is that the urban comics, black comics, we should be more loving, more understanding, more helpful for comedians. I know from my experience, the black women do it a lot more than the black men, but there are some good people out there, you know, and nobody owes you nothing, but I think it's a part of the craft in order for you to pay it forward. That's personally my own opinion. So what do y'all think, man? How do y'all feel about what Corey had to say? Do you think that there was a lot of hot garbage of comics back in the Def Jam days? Like, are there some comics still doing the same set? That would be crazy. That would be okay. 92, 2002, 12, 22. That's 30 something years ago. And you still doing the same set? Like, I know one dude that's really out here doing the same set. He a white comic from Def Jam. Y'all go figure out who it is. But he been doing the same set. And I just saw him a couple of years ago, and that's crazy. But I mean, hey, if it works, right? You're always going to a new audience, but you're never challenging yourself. And that's probably why your career is where it is. I want to work and get better every day, and I know that it's going to take some time for me to get to where I want to be, but I'm working on it. I got a nice little set. I got a nice little hour. I got to figure out how to structure it, but when I tell you I got them jokes, look, tonight I was out there, bing, 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 all day. We had a great time. So again, tell me what y'all think. Y'all think that Corey was right, that there was a bunch of hot garbage back in the day and they need to step their game up, or they did what they were supposed to do in the time that they had? You know, it's eras in comedy, and that was a comedy boom. And I still respect all of the comics and all of the individuals, but you know, who am I to? I'm just a fan and a comic